Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blackblade and welcome back to another Diablo 3 build. At this time on Season 5, we are going to be taking a look at the Shadow Mantle build for the Demon Hunter. Now before I start, I know I haven't uploaded anything on my channel as of late. I do apologize guys, you have to understand that I also have an 8-hour job. Plus, getting your character fully geared in this game is a little bit difficult depending on how much luck you have. So yeah, it took me around my Paragon level is now at 345. So it took me that long to finally complete well, not actually complete, but semi-complete the gear set. All right, so let's go to the gear first. Alright, so this is going to be a Shadow Mantle build. Now, the reason that we are going to complete this set is to have that 40,000 weapon damage on the first enemy hit by Impale. So this is going to be an absolutely powerful set piece in my opinion, and it allows the Demon Hunter to finally use a melee weapon, which diversifies her build a little bit. So yeah, we are going to be completing all of the shadow parts, mainly the shoes, the pants, the chest piece, the gloves, the shoulders, and of course the helmet. So we're not going to be using the Royal Ring of Grandeur here. So yeah, the 6-piece set bonus is really important. And of course, for our belt, we are going to be using the Chain of Shadows here. This will be awesome because after we use Impale, we can vault for free. And that is for 2 seconds, so you can vault twice without using any discipline at all. So that is going to be awesome. Now for our weapon, we are going to be using the Lord Greenstone's fan. Now the reason that we are going to be using this is for the effect of 100% increased damage from our Fan of Knives, and of course it stacks up to 30 times. Now as you can see, it's already stacked at 30 times, so this is going to be devastating once you cast it. All the monsters that's going to be in that circle will either die or almost die. So yeah, that's going to be your only choice of main weapon here. And of course, for your offhand, it doesn't really matter. If you can find a shield, then you could probably use that shield instead, or use an ancient type of quiver like this one. Dexterity, and then you have vitality, and of course attack speed, and then critical hit chance. If you can, since this is also at the same time a cooldown based build, you could add in some cooldown reduction there if you can. Mine rolled with I forgot what was in there, but yeah, I decided to just roll a crit hit chance instead, because it didn't have a critical hit chance by when I picked it up. Of course, for our rings, we are going to be using the combination of focus and restraint. This is going to be integral for the build, for the 100% increased damage for 5 seconds that we get. That's 100% damage on all of the skills that we will use: the Bolas, the Fan of Knives, the Vengeance, and of course the Impale. So that's going to help us mow down monsters much faster. And of course, for our wrists, we are going to be using the Reaper's Wraps. Now it really depends on which would you prefer. If you prefer the Reaper's Wraps, or you'd prefer the Wraps of Clarity. But for me, it's much more convenient to use the Reaper's Wraps, simply because sometimes I do get some difficulty when it comes to my hatred regeneration. So yeah, picking up that single globe will boost up my hatred a lot and much more faster. But if you're dying a lot in T10, you could either use the Wraps of Clarity. And finally, for our amulet, I highly suggest that you guys get a Hellfire amulet. If you can't, it's actually pretty difficult. I think this is the 20th Hellfire amulet that I got, which rolled a crit hit chance or crit hit damage or something that I could change. So yeah, it's pretty difficult. And one of the great things about this is it has a Call of the Weak passive. Now what that does is it actually we gain a 20% damage against slowed or chilled enemies. So yeah, that's awesome, nonetheless. Finally, for our did I talk about everything? Yeah. Finally, for our gems, we are going to be using first the Bane of the Stricken. This is going to be a Rift Guardian killer. Sometimes you'll hit them once or even twice, and they're dead. So this is going to be a good, integral part of the build if you want to, do grifts really fast. Even though if you have like only 20 seconds left or 30 seconds left, you could kill the boss in about 5 seconds or less. So this is going to be to be really powerful if you guys could, you know, level it up some more. And of course, we have the Bane of the Trapped. Every single build uses this simply because of the damage that it does. You know, I think it's multiplicative, so this does a huge damage on all of your attacks. And of course, finally, we are going to be using the gem of Efficacious Toxin for the 10% increased damage for from all sources, which is, I think, also a multiplier. And of course, we get the 4,250% weapon damage for, you know, 10 seconds. Alrighty then, so we have all of our resistances at 1k except for physical resistance at 800. And when I talked about the cooldown reduction, as much as possible, get this one to at least 35%, because as you can see, the Rain of Vengeance will be a crucial part of the build, which I will explain later. Once we click on the Rain of Vengeance, I only have like at 33.33%. I only have like a 1 second 1 second gap between having it at 100% uptime. So as you can see, right about there, Vengeance is off, and then so it's about 2 seconds, 2 seconds that, or 1.5 seconds that, you know, I don't have it. But yeah, I highly suggest that you get this into, you know, at least 35% or 36%. Get your cooldown reduction from your shoulder. I got mine from one of my rings, as you can see here, and of course from your gem on your helm, and if you can, from your quiver. Sadly, this really did not roll without a critical hit chance. If this rolled with a crit hit chance, either 8.5 or 9, I don't care. The next thing that I will roll here is the, of course, cooldown reduction. Alrighty then, I guess I've talked about everything, so let's go into the skills. Now, you have a lot of choices when it comes to your primary skill. You can either choose the Freezing Strike here. Me, I just personally chose it because of the Call of the Weak passive that I have. So I want to gain that 20%, you know, increased damage. So that's why I chose the Freezing Strike instead. But most of the builds out there will tell you to use the Thunderbolt instead, so that you could, you know, increase your hatred regeneration by 7. Hatred regeneration will, you know, go up much more faster with this one. Or you can go with Grenade and Tinkerer, that also generates 7. Or if you want to diversify it and, you know, throw 3 grenades instead, you can use the Grenade Cache instead. Now, for Fan of Knives, we are going to be using the Knives Expert rune. Most of the builds out there will tell you to use, of course, the Pinpoint Accuracy rune, simply because this does a shit ton of damage at 1,600%. Now, that is okay too, but for me, I want to diversify my build, because there are some times that I really wanted to use my Fan of Knives and I died because I cannot use it. So yeah, I'd rather have it. I'd rather have it, you know, use it every so often, you know, just in case that I need it on that exact moment. So that's the only reason why I chose it. Oh, and by the way, I forgot, if you can roll lightning damage, you know, do so, because the Impale rune that we are going to be using is the Ricochet, which is also a lightning damage. This is good because it hits 2 additional, you know, monsters nearby. It provides an additional, you know, AoE for killing monster packs real quickly. So yeah, you may want to include, you know, lightning skill damage on your wrists. And of course, we are going to be using the Shadow powers. It's a Shadow build. You can choose whatever rune that you want, but for me, you know, I chose the Nightbane because the color is black and reddish. It's actually pretty awesome when you look at it, combined with the wings. Alright, for our next gear, we're going to be using Bolt with the Rattling rune, or you can use Tumble. You know, you can use whatever you want over here. So again, you can use whatever you want, whatever rune you want here. You know, you can use the Tumbler, or you can use the Acrobatics. No, don't use the Acrobatics because that has a cooldown. Or you can use the Action Shot if you want, you know, to shoot 4 more arrows. In fact, let's use the Action Shot instead. Alrighty, so the Impale, again, we are going to be using Ricochet for more AoE. Finally, Vengeance, we are going to be using the Seethe. This is going to be essential so that we could gain 10 hatred per second. While that's active, you know, we can use Impale, you know, at a very moderate way. You know, you can spam Impale if you want to, but of course, you need to be careful about it so that you don't get 0. So that's about it when it comes to our primary skills and other, you know, and action bar skills. Next, we're going to the passives. So first, we're going to be using the steady aim. This is awesome because 10 yards is just a really small range when it comes to this game. So yeah, we get that awesome 20% increased damage. Of course, next we're going to be using ambush. This allows us to one shot almost all of the elite packs, or if not, you know, sometimes it takes me two times, but you know, nonetheless, it's still pretty awesome. We're gonna do a lot of damage when it comes to Rift Guardians and bosses. So the next passive that we are going to be using is the Singled Out, and then finally we are going to be using the Perfectionist. Alrighty then, so when it comes to our passive, we are going to dump everything on dexterity, max out your movement speed. Of course, for offense, again, this is a cooldown reduction base, so cooldown reduction, and then of course crit hit chance. Defensively, resist all armor, and then life. That's how we should go when it comes to our defense. Finally, for our utility, area damage, and then resource cost reduction. Now, for our Kanai, this is really important, guys. Now, for our Kanai, on our weapon, there's no other choice but to use the Dawn. This will allow us to use Vengeance, you know, at 100% uptime. Other than that, you know, if you don't have it, then you could probably use the Furnace if you want to. But then, you know, that's not going to allow us to spam Vengeance or should I say spam Impale, because this is really expensive, costing at 20 hatred. So yeah, the Dawn is going to be really important. And then with that said, of course, when it comes to the armor, we are going to be using the Visage of the Goons or Junes, because if we have this, you know, the Vengeance that we have gains the effect of the Dark Heart rune. Now the Dark Heart rune is actually pretty awesome because it gives us a damage reduction from all sources by 50%. So yeah, that's going to be integral when it comes to survivability here in T10 or in Greater Rifts. Finally, you can choose whatever you want when it comes to the ring, but for me, I chose Unity simply because I'm having trouble when it comes to my life. As you can see, my life is only at 464k. It's pretty low, you know. Typically, you'd want to shoot for what, 500 or 550 and above for T10, but I was only able to shoot it at 464. It's pretty hard to get, you know, ancient gears of late. I don't know. I just found it really hard. As you can see, I only have like 3 ancient gears on my set pieces, and the other ones are, you know, are not. So yeah, so the Unity will help a lot when it comes to damage mitigation. And of course, if you're going with Unity, you'll need the Follower Cannot Die relic on your Templar, and of course, he needs to have a Unity ring as well. Alright then, so I've talked for what, 12 or 13 minutes. Let's get into doing some rifts. We are at T10. This is going to be awesome, guys. You know, I'm really glad that they made the Demon Hunter more diversified. Alright, so here we go. So the way you go here is, hold on. So the way you actually use the Impale is actually quite different, simply because whoa. No, not the Impale, the Volt. Sometimes you'll have to. Where is that fucking elite? I can't see him. Alright, so it's dead. Wait, I have one more. It's over here. Alright, so the way you use Volt is you first hit Impale and then go press Volt, so that you don't actually use any what do you call this? Any discipline at all, which will actually help a lot when it comes to traversing levels. Oops, legendary. We have a ring. Alright then. So we are not going to be getting any power-ups, so that, you know, I can showcase to you guys the build much more often. So yeah, you have a diversity when it comes to choosing whatever primary skills that you want. Yeah, like I said before, as you can see there, that was a one-shot kill coming from the Fan of Knives. Alrighty, so that's done, and let's go down over here. So yeah, when it comes to your bola skill gem, what am I trying to say here? Yeah, if you want, you could go with the hatred regeneration. It's really up to you. Alrighty then, so let's move forward. For me, I just really wanted the the AOE of the what was it? That other rune that I took. Sorry. Alright, here we go. More monster packs.
Feel my wrath.
So that's what I was saying a while ago. I wanted to be able to use the Fan of Knives as an emergency whenever I want to. So that's why I didn't choose the cooldown part, or yeah, the cooldown. What do you call this? The 1,600 damage. So yeah. Wait a minute. Did it kill everything? Killed. Yeah. Okay. Killed that. It's really hard to talk when you're gaming. So as you can see, you know, you can literally just one-shot everything. Although the AOE is quite small, but that's okay. You know, it can only hit like 2 more monsters, I believe, after you hit one. So it's pretty small, but it's still pretty damn powerful, guys. This is pretty awesome, you know. Next, I think I'm going with Monk, and I'm not exactly sure if. Ooh, nice. 2 legs. The next build that I really wanted to do is a oh, gem hoarder. Hold on, I want to kill that. Alright, then it's dead. Nice.
My hatred is too low.
Where's the boss? Oh, it's dead. Okay, it's dead. Whoa.
Not enough hatred.
So yeah, having the vengeance not up 100% of the time is quite irritating at times. But you know, I only have like 1.5 seconds, I believe, when it comes to the cooldown. So it's okay. You know, get it to about 35% and you'll be okay.
Discipline.
Okay, so we have a legendary ring. I hope that's a good restraint or a good focus. No, I already have a good focus. Righty then. Yeah, I hope that's a good restraint. Typically, what I want is critical hit chance and critical hit damage. That's generally what I want. Alright, that's it. Alright, that's it. Alrighty then, so let's get into a new map over here. Alright, that's it. The build takes getting used to, you know. At first I was having trouble when it comes to doing the impale thing. I'm just not used to it. But then if you get the hang of it, you know, it's actually pretty awesome. Oh my god, baller. I hate those. Alright, here we go. Rift Guardian. Oh, fuck. I pressed the wrong button. Shit. Alright, so the Rift Guardian is dead with about what? 2 or 3 hits? Anyway. What the fuck is this? Alright, that's about it for this episode, guys. Again, let me know what you think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one. Oh my god, Taki, I died. Alright then. So it does take a little bit, quite some time to kill the second one, but that's okay. Whoa, no, do not do this to me. Do not do this to me.